Hey guys, welcome back to the Pisces Man. This video is for Pisces Ascendants and Pisces Moon signs. We have two eclipses coming up in August, and I want to look at them slightly differently because there is actually quite a lot here. Okay, quite a lot that can work in favor for Pisces Ascendants, or if you're a Pisces Moon sign as well. Now, the first is the solar eclipse on 12th of August. And then we have the lunar eclipse on 27th and 28th of August. Okay, let's start with the first, the solar eclipse, 12th of August. For Pisces, the solar eclipse is happening in Cancer, your fifth house. And the fifth house is very important. This is the house of education, intelligence, creativity, children, romance, speculation, decisions you make about your future planning. Okay, but the interesting part is what else is going on here. Okay, Jupiter is also in Cancer, the fifth house. And for Pisces, Jupiter is probably the first planet we need to look at because Jupiter rules Pisces, your first house. It also rules Sagittarius, the 10th house. So Jupiter connects you personally with your career. And now Jupiter is sitting in your fifth house where Jupiter is exalted. So I'm going to write here, first house, fifth house, 10th house. You, your intelligence, and your ideas, and your career. Now this is a very useful combination. If you've been thinking about studying something, changing career direction, or starting something new from scratch, this is the perfect time. Okay? Pay attention to what comes up. This is a perfect period. Something new will come up to you. And you need to just focus. Make sure you find it. Because it's a really good time to start that. If you're planning to change your job, if you're planning to get into something new, this is a perfect time. There may be an idea you've been ignoring from the past. Maybe you had something but you just ignored it. Then suddenly you start looking at it much more realistically, seriously. Okay, and Jupiter also aspects Scorpio, the 9th house. This is the house of luck, fortune, long distance travel. Jupiter aspects Capricorn, your 11th house, and that's income, that is gains. Okay, networking. And Jupiter also aspects Pisces, the first house. So now, look at what Jupiter is connecting all these houses. First house, fifth house, 9th house, 10th house, 11th house. Okay, this is probably the most positive part of the August picture for Pisces. Your own direction, your intelligence, your education, your career, your future gains are all connected. So I would use this period properly. If you want another, for example, you want another qualification, research it. If you want another job, start looking for a new job. Okay, if you want to start something independently, develop the idea, you can do it. And if you're already running a business, look at where you can expand your business. Okay, now we look at Mercury, right? Mercury rules Gemini, the 4th house. It's now sitting in the 5th house. It rules the 4th house and the 7th house. Okay, so Mercury it represents your home, your property, your education. Because it rules the 4th house. So 4th house matters. And on the other side, the 7th house matters, your partnership, your marriages, your clients. Okay, Mercury is also connected with the 5th house because it's sitting in the 5th house now. So now you're bringing the 4th and 7th houses into the picture. This can be very useful for Pisces for making decisions with their partner. It can be very good for business planning, very good for dealing with clients. You be attracting clients. Okay, It can also connect education with business. Okay, something that you will learn now, which could actually become financially useful in the future. And for all the Pisces ascendants who are looking to buy a new property, or change homes, shift into a new house, this is a good period for that. And now we have the sun here. Okay, the sun rules the 6th house, which is Leo, and the 6th lord is in the 5th house. And this is where the solar eclipse is happening. Okay, it connects the 5th and 6th house, education and competition. Okay, this can be very useful if you're studying for an exam, applying for a job, or you're just competing for something professionally. It's very, very useful. You still have to be careful with speculation, because the 5th house also represents speculative money. So I wouldn't look at this eclipse in the 5th house and suddenly decide this is the week to put half your savings into something risky, some investment. Don't do that. Okay, use the intelligent side of this 5th house. Okay, don't gamble. You're not going to gain anything out of that. Now, if you look at Saturn, which is retrograde in the 1st house, Saturn rules Capricorn, your 11th house, and the 12th house, Aquarius. So Saturn connects you with your gains, your long-term ambitions, your expenses, things happening behind the scenes. Saturn also aspects the 3rd house, the 7th house, the 10th house. So Saturn is putting pressure on effort, is putting pressure on communication, on your relationships, on your business, on your career. And if you're Pisces Moon, this is also part of the peak Sadhisati period. And I actually think Saturn is very useful here. You got Jupiter producing opportunities for you, and then Mercury producing ideas, helping you plan. And the 5th house is producing creativity. And Saturn is forcing you to become more serious about what you're doing, pushing you towards your goals. So if you got, for example, you got 20 ideas, Saturn will help you work out which one is actually worth your time. Okay, now that's the solar eclipse. Then we get to the lunar eclipse on August 27th. Okay, so 2 days, 27th and 28th. And for Pisces, the focus is now moving towards Aquarius, the 12th house. Okay, and when people hear about this 12th house and immediately think about losses. Okay, because 12th house is the house of losses, losing something far away from you. But there are other sides to this 12th house. Okay, so 12th house is also foreign countries. It is also hospitals. It is also your sleep, your subconscious mind. It is also the house of completing things. Okay, something that has completed. Okay, so the important connection here is Saturn. Saturn rules Aquarius, and Saturn is currently in Pisces, the 1st house. So you got the 12th lord sitting in the 1st house. That makes the end of August very useful. Okay, it's useful for looking at what you're carrying that you simply don't need anymore. Okay, it shows you that this is what you have, but do you need this? Okay, maybe, for example, you're spending too much money somewhere. Maybe you got some project and you're taking 10 hours every week, but it's going nowhere. Okay, maybe you're following a career direction that you don't want. In deep inside of you, you don't want this, but you're doing it anyway. Maybe your sleep is horrible because your routine is horrible. Okay, now this is where the 12th house eclipse here can actually help you. Okay. You will identify the waste of time, the waste of energy, the waste of whatever. Okay, then you will remove it. This eclipse will help you identify. Okay, and suddenly you got more money because you identified, okay, I'm losing money because I am spending too much here. Then you have more money. You have more time because you don't need to spend that much time doing that thing that you don't want. Okay, now you spend more attention to give you more attention to something more useful. Okay, if I put both of these eclipses together, August 12th, the 5th house, this, from here you can develop, you learn, you create, you plan something. And then the second eclipse, you finish it. You remove any obstacles from your life. You simplify things. You identify problems. That's probably, I'd say this is the best way I can describe August for Pisces ascendants. Okay. There's still things to watch, okay? Don't speculate. It's not going to help you in any way. Don't gamble. Do not rush. That's the advice that I can give you. Don't rush into signing contracts, financial decisions. Don't gamble. Don't invest your money blindly into something. Okay, watch your spendings. Check your contracts properly. And take your sleep very seriously, guys, especially with the Rahu, which is already in the 12th house. Okay, overall, I think the opportunity here is much bigger than simply being afraid of these eclipses. Okay, you got a very strong Jupiter, which is supporting Pisces, the most important house in the chart. Okay, now you have, in August, you have all these alignments happening. Okay, so use this to work out what has potential. Build upon it. And then look at everything wasting your time, money, attention. Start removing that from your life. And Pisces, that's where I think these eclipses can actually become very useful for you. You're going to identify the problems and you will get rid of them. Okay? Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Take care.